Hey everyone, I'm Mike from theparkstrategy.com, and on today's video we're going to break down and we are going to show you essentially how to do the Wizarding World of Harry Potter here at Universal Orlando within one day. So not only am I just going to break down essentially what you need to know coming into your one day to do the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, but we're also going to give you some sample itineraries essentially showing you exactly which rides to go on and when. So if you are in the process of planning a Universal Orlando trip and you're specifically coming to visit the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, just be sure to stick around until the end of this video. As always, I'm very excited, so let's go get started. Okay, so before we even get in and we start going over the one-day itineraries here at the park, why don't we essentially jump in and I'm going to fill you in quickly on some of the most important tips and tricks to understand, as you plan your one day here at the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. So first and foremost, it is important to note that you do need that park-to-park ticket in order to ride absolutely everything here within the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. The main reason is because the Wizarding World is split between the two main theme parks, Islands of Adventure and Universal Studios Florida. Islands of Adventure is Hogsmeade Village. Universal Studios Florida is going to have Diagon Alley. So you do need the park-to-park ticket in order to ride that. Now, it also is very important to note that early park admission is another very, very crucial part of tackling the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, specifically here in 2024. Now, the main reason is because Universal will always have one of the parks, Islands of Adventure or Universal Studios Florida, open for early park admission. And then, of course, depending on which one is open, that's going to kind of, give you the strategy for that day. Now, what I would say is you can use this strategy, like the strategy that I'm going to break down for Islands of Adventure, even if the park is not open for early park admission. The strategy, in my opinion, is going to stay the same. So you can still use the itinerary that I'm going to break down at the end of this video when coming here first throughout your day. So tying into that, I would say if Universal has Islands of Adventure open, I would always lean and always use early park admission at Islands of Adventure. On the flip side, if they have both parks open, again, I would still always lean towards Islands of Adventure for early park admission. Another thing that I would say is I always show up very, very early on top of early park admission. And my thing is, if early park admission is going to start at 8 o'clock in the morning, I'll show up and I'll wait at 7 o'clock and I'll wait to get in, especially for the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, just because I'll be some of the first guests, part of the first guests in the park, and that just allows you to get that much more done throughout your day. So that's another really, really important tip and trick. I get comments that people tell me I'm wrong because you're still waiting. You're better to go on it later in the day. But the truth of the matter is you don't know if the ride's going to go down. You don't know what the day might look like. A kid gets sick. There's just so much that can go on during the day that I just always feel most comfortable showing up early and getting here an hour before. Now, another very, very important question that we get is how much do I need to budget? We actually just created an entire video on this on exactly how much to budget for the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. But for one day, for just park tickets, and I would say also food included, I would say budget right around $1,120 for a family of 4 to spend, on tickets and then some spending food for food and stuff like that in the park. This tip is essentially don't stand on the long butterbeer lines right behind me. One of the tips, and I have to give a huge shout out to Crystal over at the Crystal Palace, is come over here to Hogsmeade and you can hop in there. Sometimes there will be a shorter line in there. The also fun thing is if you're grabbing a butterbeer for the kids and maybe a real beer for yourself, if you are over 21, you can get both in there. But again, as you can see, it's a pretty long line right here. So just be mindful, there are other places to grab butterbeer. And there's also different types of butterbeers. Also, don't skip the butterbeer ice cream. Then on the flip side of this, another really important thing, I already kind of touched base on this, if you're not an early bird, if you don't want to go on Hagrid's or show up an hour before early admission starts, another very, very important tip and trick is you can always hop on. Universal allows you to hop on the lines right up until park close. So like if the park closes at 9 o'clock, you can get onto the Hagrid's line at 8:55 and essentially take advantage of a shorter line that way. But that's essentially the starting tips and tricks. Let's go break down exactly which rides you want to go on now. So the next important thing to understand is exactly which rides can you go on within the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. So we've spoken about the most popular one a lot. Of course, we have Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure. We also have Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey. Here in Islands of Adventure, we have Flight of the Hippogriff here in Islands of Adventure. And we also have the Hogwarts Express, which connects both parks. Again, you need the park-to-park ticket in order to ride that. Over in Universal Studios Florida, we do have Harry Potter and the Escape from Gringotts. So those are essentially the 5 rides, really 5.5, because you can go on Hogwarts Express twice and it is a different experience both ways. Outside of that, there's also 2 restaurants. So we do have the 3 Broomsticks. We also have the Leaky Cauldron. There's a bunch of stores and Easter eggs and stuff like that within both of the lands as well. And then taking it one step further, we also do have a brand new nighttime show, well, coming in June of 2024 anyway, over in Islands of Adventure Park. And then we also have the Dragon Breathing Fire over in Diagon Alley. So that's a quick little overview. Now let's jump in and break down exactly which ride you want to go on first. So we're here over in Hogsmeade Village here in Islands of Adventure Park. And first what I'm going to do is I'm essentially just going to break down the ride list, the order of the rides that I would go on, if you don't want to follow the itinerary that I'm going to break down at the end of this video. So first and foremost, we are going to go on Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure during early park admission, or if early park admission is not going on, I still recommend to go on it first as rope dropping. Again, show up an hour before the park opens. It doesn't matter if it opens up at 8 o'clock for early park admission or if it opens up at 9 o'clock for regular park opening. If there's no early park admission, show up an hour before the park is opening to get onto Hagrid's as quickly as possible. The second ride you're going to go on is going to be Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey. The third ride you're going to go on is going to be Harry Potter, or essentially Flight of the Hippogriff. Then you're going to go on the Hogwarts Express and hop over to Diagon Alley. Then next you're going to go on to Harry Potter and the Escape from Gringotts. So that's the order when starting over here in Hogsmeade Village. Just look for that sign if you're not sure which park you're in. So now breaking down the list of rides that you're going to go on in order if you're starting over in Diagon Alley, which is over here in Universal Studios Florida. So right now it's just the rides, and essentially first, this is pretty simple over in this park because you're going to go on Harry Potter and the Escape from Gringotts. Then you're going to hop onto the Hogwarts Express, again, park to park ticket. Then over at the other park, essentially really to get on it in the best way possible. I will agree that if you're not using early park admission, once you're going in this order, you'll go over, you go on Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey, Harry Potter Flight of the Hippogriff, and then if you're trying to save time and not wait online, you do have to wait until night and then hop onto Hagrid's. Last thing, if the park closes again at 9, you hop on at 8:55 and hopefully grab a shorter wait time. If not, if you're like, I'm just trying to go through these rides as quickly as possible and you're using early park admission, then yes, when you get over there, you can go on Hagrid's, and next we'll talk about, soon we'll talk about the itinerary for starting here in Diagon Alley. Multitasking once again as I walk back over to Hogwarts Castle to record the next section of this video. So another thing that I love about taking advantage of early park admission is you necessarily, if you have a Universal Express Pass, during early park admission, you really don't have to use it. So you can, like I said, especially if you have the Express Pass that only allows you on one ride per day, you can come early park admission, hit up all the Harry Potter rides, and then essentially, then you can use your Express Pass. You can't use the Express Pass on Hagrid's. So again, you could see why I recommend to make sure you either use early park admission or you rope drop, whichever one, or again, you could circle back later in the day and come back really, really late at night to get on the ride then. All right, so now back to Hogsmeade Village, and this is essentially what a sample itinerary looks like for you and your family to go and have an amazing day. So again, show up at 7 o'clock if you're taking advantage of early park admission. You are going to wait an hour, but in my opinion, that is the best way to hit Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure. If you do that, you are going to come straight here and go on Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure, and your wait time should be, an estimated 30 to 35 minutes. After you get off that ride, you're going to go directly over to Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey, and that is a projected 15 minutes because it is still early park admission. Now, if you really want to mix it up, and I don't want to complicate it, but if you're going to go on the Velocicoaster, then yes, after Forbidden Journey, you can head over to the Velocicoaster, or technically you can do Velocicoaster before that. But again, don't want to get too off topic, just that will save you time. But this is, again, very much so about Harry Potter. So Hagrid's first, Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey second. Then third, at approximately 9 o'clock, you're going to go on to Flight of the Hippogriff. So just like that, by showing up at 7 o'clock, you just got the three main rides out of the way within the first hour to hour and a half. It is very possible, trust me, if you do the right thing and you show up early. Now, after that, if you do want to take advantage of the interactive wand, we are telling you to go over to Ollivander's, grab your wand, and then at that point you can go and enjoy yourself within Hogsmeade Village and explore and pretty much cast spells. Also, if you're a Harry Potter fan, you can go and look at all the hidden Easter eggs and take advantage of everything within Hogsmeade Village. Then we have lunch planned at 12 o'clock. That is going to be over at the 3 Broomsticks. And then after that, you're going to come right over here and hop onto the Hogwarts Express and go over to Diagon Alley. Now, once you get over to Diagon Alley, essentially you're going straight onto Harry Potter and the Escape from Gringotts. We have a projected 65 to 70 minute wait at 1 o'clock in the afternoon at that point in time, or really 1:30, whatever time you get over there. And then after that, you're, pretty much done it. You went on all the rides and you can pretty much explore Diagon Alley, enjoy yourself, and then of course take pictures with the night bus, take pictures in front of the dragon. You do want to take the Hogwarts Express back, I would say, at some point, because you want to make sure to get back over here. Also, there is a brand new nighttime show, like I said, which is called Hogwarts Always. That is a brand new show that is going to be over here on the castle, so make sure that you come back over at night and check that out. But that's your one-day itinerary starting here in Universal's Hogsmeade Village. So now the itinerary runs starting here in Diagon Alley. Up first, we do have Harry Potter and the Escape from Gringotts. We do have a projected wait time, if you listen to the tips and tricks, of 25 minutes to 35 to get onto Harry Potter and the Escape from Gringotts. Now, I will say another tip and trick within the video is if Universal has both parks open, which sometimes they do when you have that park-to-park ticket, you could actually get on the Hogwarts Express and essentially go over to the other park during early park admission. But we're not going to do that in this itinerary. That's essentially going to be really 8 o'clock when early park admission starts. That's going to take up 25 minutes. And then at that point, you can start to enjoy yourself. Next, we have go to Ollivander's and grab yourself an interactive wand. And then at this point, you can essentially explore Diagon Alley, cast spells with your interactive wand. You can come check out the night bus behind me, take photo ops, Easter eggs, all that good stuff. Now, at approximately 11 o'clock, so you are here for a little bit. 11 o'clock, we do have lunch at the Leaky Cauldron. And then next you'll hop on the Hogwarts Express with an estimated wait time of 40 to 55 minutes. That's at 12 o'clock in the afternoon to go over to Hogsmeade Village. Once you get over there, we do have Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey with a projected wait time of 45 to 55 minutes. After that, we have Flight of the Hippogriff with a projected wait time of 30 to 40 minutes. And then after that, we have Hagrid's, because I was just over in Islands of Adventure and Hagrid's was 95 minutes. So we're leaving that for last. But again, you can come back onto Hagrid's later in the evening if this is the itinerary game plan that you want to take advantage of. The other important thing to keep in mind is, again, I said that you want to take the Hogwarts Express both ways. If you do that, you're going to be back over in Hogsmeade Village, but if you take it both ways, you'll be back here in Diagon Alley. Don't forget, tying into itinerary number 1, that there is a nighttime show some nights over in Hogsmeade on the Hogwarts Castle, so you do have to be mindful of that. And essentially, after that, we have dinner at the Three Broomsticks, and just enjoy Hogsmeade Village, explore, and of course, have a good time. And so that is it, everyone. That's essentially really how to tackle the Wizarding World of Harry Potter here at Universal Orlando. As of 2024 anyway, because as of 2025, we do have a brand new land coming in the Ministry of Magic over in Epic Universe. But I do hope for right now that you found this video helpful. I hope you are as excited as possible for your next Universal Orlando trip. And if you are in the process of planning that Universal Orlando vacation and you do need a little additional help, just be sure to go check out our website. This guy right here, theparkprodigy.com. And as a thank you for sticking around all the way till the end of this video, I do have a special promo code that you can go use on some discounted theme park tickets or a vacation package, and that promo code is going to be YouTube25. But thank you guys again so much for checking out this video, and until next time, I will talk to you soon.